Hi everybody, it's Christina and thank you for joining me. Now, as the title would suggest, Chris and Christina collaborate over Christmas. This is a collaboration video and I'm very excited to be doing the work with Christine Stokes. Now, Christine and I have totally different styles. Mine is an over-the-top one. I like to add all sorts of things to my card. Christine is very much a clean and simple. And so this is going to be my version of a Christmas card, and these are the dies that I will be using. And my colour scheme is going to be red and white, and I have a 5x7 top folded card as my base. Now, from some red card that is just slightly smaller than my base, I have created a mat. And then with the white card, I've created another mat that again is just slightly smaller, and this one I have run through the embossing folder. Now, from the other dies in the collection, I'm going to cut one of these, and I'm cutting two of these, and they're going to be stacked together to give more strength. I've cut two of the large flowers, two of the small flowers, two of the small leaves and two of the larger leaves. So with one of these die sets I have two shades of red pen, and I'm going to just colour in the berries that are on the leaves. So we'll just do these first. There we go, there's another one. And then we'll come into the darker red and we'll go into the centre of the flowers. So I'm just starting in the centre and sweeping the colour out towards the end. Now, this leaf is behind that leaf, so we'll have some shading there. And then with the paler red, we'll go right the way to the end. Now, whatever we've done to this flower, we're going to do the same to the flowers here. Now, with the leaves, you're going to put your red berries in these, just the same as you did with the main one. So we're going to the dark green and we're colouring part of the leaves and the stems up to the flowers. There's a leaf, and then once you've done that, you can go in with your paler green and go right the way to the end of the leaf, and that will just blend those colours in together and again give some shading to your leaves and your flowers. Now, with a mouse mat and a little ball tool, I'm just going to put some shape into the petals. So I'm just stroking down the petals just to give them some curve. So with this coloured one, I'm going to add some glue to the back, and I'm going to add it to the non-coloured one that's on the table. And we'll very carefully add that to this one. We'll marry up all the pieces so that it all stays together. So with the top one, I've added it directly over the top of the one that's on the shade. With the second one, I'm going to slightly offset it, and that's going to sit in there. And then I'm going to do the same with these. I'm going to offset them so that they look even more full on the card. Now these, I'm not trying to marry these up with the ones that are in there. I'm just simply going to add these in to the back of the flower to make it more full. And these will just sit along here like so. And I may just put one down here. Once you have your flower in place, I'm going to put a dark red pearl into the centre, and this will just finish this flower off. So we'll pop him in there. And now this can be glued to this piece, but I'm going to do it with some foam tape. So I've got some really thin strips here, and to make sure that these strips bend around the frame, I'm taking the backing sheets off both sides. Now that will quite easily bend around there, and if you keep it just on the edge, it won't be visible from the front, and that can come all the way down here to the bottom. Now into the flower, I'm taking another strip, and I'm taking the backings off this as well, and I'm going to pop some of this into the petals of the flower. So again, we can bend it around where we want it to go. Now once that's got the tape on it, we can just add this to the front of this card so that it leaves just a small border around each edge. And once that's done, we can add this to this card, either with foam pad or just flat glued. So I'm adding mine with some foam pads to it, just to raise it up a little bit. Now I want to add a bow to the top, but I'm not sure which bow I prefer. So there are two bow dies that I like. I'm not sure which one to use. This one I've cut out and I've added it to some mirror card. This one I've cut out and I've coloured some parchment behind it. And this one I've cut out 3 times and trimmed it out for each individual piece of the bow. Now one of them's going to sit at the top, but I'm not sure which one. Now I've also cut Merry Christmas from another die set, and I cut that 3 times and I've stacked that together. Now I've also got some of these little leaf sets, and I want to add some extras into my design. So I'm going to add another one there just to take the design up a wee bit further, and I'm going to add one on the other side to take that out a little bit further, and then I think we'll add another one here which will bring this down, so that takes the bell out more into the card. So I've decided to go for the bigger bow, and there's my poinsettia now added with the leaves, the petals fluffed up. I've added extra leaves in there, and my Merry Christmas is going to stick across there. So I just need to put glue on this part and this part just to hold that in place. So there's my Christmas card finished. I've added a little pearl into the bow, and that's it now, all ready to send. So this is my contribution to the collaboration with Christine Stokes. Please pop over to her channel and see what she has to offer. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please leave me a comment, like the video and subscribe to my channel, and then you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.